All right, guys, this is our monthly call for August. I cannot believe it's already August. I feel like this year is flying by. I see some newer faces on here who have been coaches for maybe a month or a little less. So welcome to the team. And for those of you that have been coaches longer and you're thinking, man, I just haven't accomplished what I want to so far this year. This is it, okay? This is the month that you want to really give it your all and focus, especially with the Team Cup. Even if you're not on a team, kind of pretend like you're on a Team Cup, build off of that momentum, because August is the month that's going to set the pace for the rest of the year. And you don't want to look back and say in September or October, like, man, I wish I would have gave more in August, because this really is the month. I mean, they have everything on sale. I mean, I've had pictures posted of all the products, but like 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, Size, Country Heat, the newest program, and a couple others are all on sale this month. Okay, so you want to take advantage of that. Make sure you're sharing that those are on sale. And I wanted to first give a huge shout out to those of you who helped people in July. Crazy. As a team, for the people who actually wrote down on the Excel sheet for July, we've helped 290 people, you guys. And I know there was probably people that maybe forgot to update it on the Excel sheet or maybe even put it on there, and that's okay. Just make sure you do it for August. But for those who actually wrote it down, 290 people, you guys, 290 people who we are helping them get started on their journey with the Beachbody in August. Okay, that's freaking awesome. That's amazing, especially with the statistic that they shared at Summit that in 2017, 70% of Americans are going to be overweight or obese. Okay, so we have a hand. Kaylee, don't eat that. I have puffs on the ground for Tenley, and now my dog wants to eat them. But we have a hand in changing those people's lives, okay, and helping them get started on the right track, okay? So it's your job, guys. I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in like, I got to hit Success Club, I got to sign coaches, I got to do this, I got to do that. We forget that our main purpose is to help change people's lives for the better, okay? So make sure that you're giving it your all. Make sure you're asking those questions. What can I do to help you if you fall off track? Okay, I think sometimes in challenge groups, they go silent. I've had them. I have it all the time, okay? And if you don't ask that question, how can I help you if you fall off track, you're not going to know how to reach out to that person. Maybe that person wants you to reach out to them and help them, and just say through a text message, hey, I noticed you. Hey, hang on a second. Kaylee, get up. They have a love-hate for each other, and Tenley's going for her. Come on, get up. Yeah. Guys, if you think that you can't do it with whatever life circumstances you have, hopefully I'm a good example that you can do whatever you put your mind to, because I'm watching these two battle down here, and then she just ate her puffs. Awesome. Anyway, ask that question, how can I help you if you fall off track? It's been so helpful for me with my challengers and my new coaches to say, hey, what do you need from me? Do you need that tough love? Do you need me to say, hey, get back in the group, come on, keep going? Or do you just need me to kind of let you go and then reach out to you for the next month for that next group? Everyone has a different personality, and you want to make sure that you are connecting with that personality, okay? So make sure it's your goal for August to give it your all, okay? I know a lot of you guys are on Team Cups. Take advantage of it, you guys. There are, in Team Cup months, like, you go above and beyond what you would normally do. If you usually talk to maybe 20, 30 people in a month about a challenge group or about coaching, you up those numbers, okay, to like 100. Okay, and hopefully that doesn't overwhelm you. But it's true, because the more people you talk to, the higher chance of people hopping on with you. It's a numbers game, guys. And we know when it comes to fitness, all those people are going to come back to you. Okay, I mean, I talked to, I think, over 100 people about Country Heat in July, and only maybe 6 or 7 of them signed up. But now there's all those people that I get to follow up with over the next couple months to help them. Okay, Tenley, come here. Okay, so Diamond Retreat. Want to make sure I mention this too. I know lots of you guys are going for it. You have to be Diamond by September 1st, okay? And you have to hit Success Club 2 times between June and August, okay? Let me just make sure she's not going. Come here. They're going to play Ring Around the Rosie the whole time, you guys. Okay, so just make sure that you are shooting for that. I know a lot of you guys have messaged me or texted me and said, I'm going for it, I'm going to do it, and I have no doubt that you can do it in August. It's just what you put into it, okay? Because I get it. I've set goals where I've fallen short, but if you give it your all and you actually are matching the effort of the goal that you're setting, you're going to get it. Whether you get it in August or you get it in September, okay? It's going to happen, okay? So I wanted to share some of the key, and you can hear Tommy, key takeaways from the leaders on this team. And I want you guys to just listen to each one of these. Just, they're like each, I call them zingers, like just takeaways of like things that you should be focusing on in your business, okay? And some of you might be like, wow, that was exactly what I wanted to hear. And others, maybe you're like, I've heard that a million times. But just take it in, okay? The first is you've got to be real about your life, okay? Share the good, the bad, the ugly. I know some of you are pregnant and some of you are struggling, if you're pregnant, to stay with your nutrition. I get it. I didn't want to eat vegetables and protein at all when I was pregnant. Share that, okay? And share how you're overcoming that. Maybe you have an injury, okay? Or maybe you're going through a divorce or a separation, or maybe just something's going on. I have a teething baby right now and life has been nuts. And I'm sharing that with people. People want to see you. They want, in the book that I'm reading, The Girl Code, she talks about being authentic, okay? And when you're being so true to yourself and sharing the good, the bad, the ugly, people are going to want to work with you because let's face it, we all have the same products. We all have the same products. So why do they want to work with you? Because you're being true to who you are, okay? So share your life, the good, the bad, the ugly. Make sure you're doing that on your page, okay? Make sure that you are sharing coaching. Gary Vanderhook, he had or Vanderchuck, I always mess that up. He shared a really good presentation at Summit, and I'm sure it's up on YouTube. I would definitely bet someone recorded it and put it on YouTube. So if you search YouTube and look for it, you can probably find it. But he was very, very real and just said, I looked at, and he probably looked at mine, but he surveyed all of these top coaches' pages and said, I'm not seeing enough coaching going on. I'm seeing a lot of, hey, this is my workout. Hey, this is my Shakeology, but not giving the value of what people need to know. We get it. Like, we think that everyone knows the information that we have, how you're able to fit in eating healthy when you've got a crazy toddler or you're working full time. How do you meal prep? Okay. These are like no-brainers for us, but people want to know this stuff. Okay. So make sure you're coaching and you're adding value to their life as opposed to just putting up selfies. I mean, that's a no-brainer for all of us, but I think sometimes we all forget. I had to survey my page and I was like, you know what? I was trying so hard to make sure that I was getting posts that were getting into people's news feeds, right? Because sometimes when we put valuable posts up, people don't like and comment, and we're like, well, that was a waste. Just keep trying, keep putting it out there. You want to make sure that you're adding value to people's lives. It might at first start out very, very low, like 0 people liking, 1 person liking, but as you continue to add value, people are going to be sharing it with their family and friends, and then you're going to get more likes and comments, okay? So just trust it and be patient, okay? So provide an insane amount of value to your followers as well as your clients, okay? Another key point that really hit me hard that one of the Diamond and Above leaders shared with me was leaving a relationship better than you found it. We all go in, not all, I can't say we, but a lot of us go into relationships thinking, okay, this person's going to be a good challenger, or this person's going to be a good coach, or whatever. And we forget that we need to be helping these people, okay, and saying, let me leave this conversation better than I found it. Maybe this person's not going to be a coach on your team, or maybe they're not going to be a challenger, but if you go in trying to make their life better, no matter what, you're both going to get something out of the conversation. I always relate it back to dating. Okay, so you're looking for people to date, basically, to add to your team, to add to your challengers. I'll tell you, every single challenger that I've had in the last couple months, because I've said, okay, I'm dating these people, I want to make sure that we are, relatable and I can't think of the word, but we get along. And we're getting along, okay? I'm not having to struggle to stay in touch with that person because I enjoy their being around them, okay? So think about it as dating and making their life better no matter what the outcome is, okay? Don't get so caught up in whether or not they're purchasing from you or they're joining your team, okay? The other is, and this is a no-brainer, is that your goals match your hustle. So I'm running a one-on-one mentorship. I see a couple of you on here. Actually, tell me, what are you getting into? But I think sometimes we have these huge dreams and we're going for them, whether it be Emerald, whether it be Diamond, whether it be Success Club 20, whether it be to retire our husbands from the military or whatever it is, okay? Whatever your goals are, we put these goals out there, but our efforts not matching it, okay? Your hustle has to match what you want to accomplish. Is it going to be like that for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. Okay, a lot of you guys have signed up since I've gotten, through the hustle phase of my business. But for those, I see a couple that have been on here and actually saw me when I was hustling, you guys, I didn't have a lot of free time. I didn't have children at that time. I didn't have a husband, but I was working full time. I was going to school full time. I was an assistant for Janelle on top of working full time. Like, I had a lot on my plate, and every free second I was in the business. I was doing something, okay? And sometimes, what? You can come up. And sometimes you have to hustle, guys. It's going to be so extremely worth it. So extremely worth it, right? Because then you get to be home with your crazy children or whatever your goals are. But it's so worth it. So make sure that your hustle is matching what your dreams are, okay, and what your goals are. The next is that 99% of coaches in this business are going to quit or they're going to fail. This was from Gary, and I was like, boom, ow. It was because of not being patient enough, you guys, not being patient enough. For some people, you're going to come in with good karma, good coach karma, okay? And you've already been sharing your results. You've already been showing people what these products did. So you're going to come in that first month, you might take off like crazy. And others, you've got to build up that good coach karma, okay? And it's going to take some time. It might take 6 months. Go down. It might take 6 months. It might take a year. It might take 2 years, okay? I can't tell you how long it's going to take you, but it's going to be worth it, okay? So be patient. Be patient. It's so worth it, you guys. There's absolutely no cap on this business. And I keep getting floored by these coaches who raise the bar even higher. I mean, Lindsay Matway, who hit 4 times elite, or not 4 times elite, 4 times 15-star diamond coach, which means she has 4 business centers who've reached 15-star. That cap has been raised. And guess what? I bet in the next year or so, someone's going to hit 5 business centers with it. There is no cap. And guess what? It can be you. It can be you that does that, okay? The only thing that's limiting you from doing that is this, okay? And connecting this with your hustle. Okay, so make sure that you are patient, okay? So that's one of the reasons why people fail. The other is the fear of failing, okay? God, I fall on my face all the time, you guys. It's part of coaching, okay? And if you can say, okay, I'm going to fall on my face a lot, and every time I'm going to learn, okay? Every time I fall on my face, I'm going to learn something from it. You're not gonna fail at this business then, okay? Because you're gonna be constantly learning, constantly growing, okay? And then the last is that you're not willing to work hard enough. That goes back to that hustle and setting your goals and dreams, okay? Hopefully she's not distracting you guys. But it really does go back to that. I think sometimes we see these highlight reels on social media of everything that people have accomplished, like the elite coaches and all this stuff. And you're like, man, they're knocking it out of the water. I bet they never fail. They fail more. I know from working as Janelle's assistant, she failed a lot and she's accomplished a lot. Okay, so her failures matched what she was succeeding in, and that was inspiring for me. And I hope you guys know I fall on my face all the time. If you saw my post earlier, I was struggling hardcore this morning. Oh my God. It was like every single negative thought that I've ever had in my life was coming up. And I'm like, I just need to get my workout in because then I'll feel better. And I got through hammer and chisel, and guess what? The thoughts were still there. And I was like, God, I need something. So I turned on Country Heat. And then I was laughing and moving and grooving. And I was like, you know what? I feel better. And I know that I can control my mind. And my mind is what's going to control what I get done today. Okay? So if you're in one of those thought processes, look into the book Girl Code. Okay, I don't know who it's by, but Girl Code. It's amazing. It was something that, I turned on right after Country Heat this morning, and she was saying everything that my mind needed to hear. Oh my gosh. Come here. Shh. I'm sorry. Hey. say I'm cheating and it's not fun. I can actually feel the tooth too. So, okay. So the next thing that I wanted to go over that I want to make sure I cover with you guys, and you kind of heard Trina Gray talk about it, I know, baby doll, is about the chronic CEO, okay? And I had a couple of you guys message me say, I am a chronic CEO, or I want to go to be a full-time CEO, but I can catch myself doing these chronic habits. I've been there, you guys, several times, especially after I had Tenley. Right now, I'm like, I feel scatterbrained, but I know that I can get myself back to that CEO habit, okay? So chronic CEO, here's the symptoms. You never shut down. Okay, so if you're someone who's maybe running your first challenge group or free group or whatever, you're like, oh, someone posted, I need to check in there. Or someone sends you a message and you're like, oh my God, I have to respond back. And you find yourself responding back to messages all day. And you get home and you're like, or you get done with the day and you're like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't accomplished anything besides just responding back to messages. Set times, guys. Set times to be able to get over that. And we'll go over that in the CEO part. Feeling overwhelmed, okay? So you feel like, gosh, there's so much that I want to do with this business. There's so much that I need to do. There's so much I need to do for my family. There's so much I need to do all the time, right? All over the place. That's a habit of this, chronic fitness coach. Frustrated family, okay? When I was first hustling, and hopefully I can help you guys with this, first hustling to get myself to be able to quit my first full-time job, my husband, we were dating at that time. We were struggling. We were in a tough situation where we broke up for a couple weeks because I was not giving him any time. I wasn't scheduling the time for him. And you can still hustle, guys, and have time for your family, okay? You just schedule it in. You just make it work, okay? Because I never want you to pull time away from your family. Yeah, you might have to skip a time where you're watching Bachelor in Paradise together, okay? Or something that you usually watch with your family. And just watch it at another time, okay? Schedule it in. At this point, I know when Kirk's home, Tuesday and Thursdays, that's my hustle time, and he knows, okay, you're probably not going to see me most of the day because I have calls and I have, stuff that I need to do for the business. But nighttime is our time, okay? So maybe for you, okay, nighttime's my time with my family too. So I need to wake up early. And I need to make sure that I have that time at nighttime to be with them, okay? Scatterbrained. I feel super scatterbrained today. Tied to technology, so you can never turn your phone off because you're like, man, I don't want to miss that message. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I can't turn technology off. That's exhausting. And then work on the fly. Now, I get it. I have a lot of new mommies on the team, and you're probably like, oh my, like this is the only way I can work because you never know their schedules, right? And that's okay. We can still have structured time, okay? So how do we turn into a CEO? So the qualities of a CEO, you're highly focused, okay? Highly focused, intense, but calm work, set office hours, no distraction, and follow a business plan. So how do you do this when you're working full-time or you've got young children or maybe both? Figure out those times, okay? Look at your day and say, what time does my baby usually wake up? I know for us, it's around 6:30. So I wake up 5:30 in the morning to get an hour in before she's up because I know, at least I know I've got that done. When does she usually take a nap? Around 10 o'clock a.m. So I know from 10 to 11, if I still have stuff to do, I can get that work done. Today it was not so much. So that'll be later on today. So you've got to look and give yourself some wiggle room, okay? But if you don't have young children, you don't have an excuse, you guys. You have to set those business hours, okay? And not only is it going to help you grow your business, it's going to help you grow your business faster, but you're going to get better results, okay? And you're going to feel so much better and not have your family so frustrated with you, okay? Because we don't want to ruin relationships over this business, okay? All right. Almost done, Tenley. Okay, so I want to go over some of the launches. I'm sure you guys have heard this, but I just want to make sure I say it again for those of you that maybe tuned out. Country Heat, obviously, it's open, it's going. Baby, it is beating 21-day fix launch, which I'm like floored at that. I know it's a good program. I absolutely love it. Tenley and I might be in the infomercial. We'll see. But like that program is flooring me. So many people are interested in it. If you're not into country music, if you don't like to dance, I don't care, you guys. There are people who are friends with you that could benefit from this program, okay? Remember how I said it's our job to make sure that we are helping people get results, okay? So maybe your friends and family see you doing 21-Day Fix or Insanity Max 30, and they're like, nope, not ever doing that. You post about the fact that they can do a country, a workout program to country music, they're going to be like, wow, you know what? That's my jam. I'm ready. And you could be the person that helps them lose 30, 40, 50, 80, 100 pounds off of this program. So don't miss out on that, okay? Summit 2017. It's up and running, guys, it might actually be a wait list now, but they're going to get every single person who is on that wait list at Summit, okay? So you just go to CoachSummit2017.com. That's it. If you are not on the waiting list, if you have not already bought your tickets, you guys get there. Not only was it amazing to see so many of our team members and to be able to just connect and enjoy each other's presence, but you learn so much, so much. The coaches that were at Summit, God, the text messages that I was getting from when they came back and they're ready to go, and just what I've seen them do so far in August, it's mind-blowing. Okay, so you don't want to miss out. And I mean, who wouldn't want to go to New Orleans? And if you're thinking, I got a young baby, Meg, I got a baby, how am I going to do that? There was moms with babies all over the place. And me, I was a mom pumping, and I had like no free time at all. You better believe I was in the bathroom pumping. Like, I'll see you in a second. I'm going to run into the bathroom and pump. I did it the whole time, guys, the whole time. So it's totally doable. And they had like nursing rooms where you could go in and just nurse throughout Summit. Like they had it set up. There was lots of moms, okay? The next Core de Force, I can never say that, Core de Force, it's going to be launched November 1st on Beachbody On Demand with Jericho and Joel, okay? And guys, that program, from what I saw, it looks freaking awesome. Okay, it's set up like and there's previews. If you go on YouTube, you can see it, but it's set up like a boxing match. So I don't know the timing for boxing because I don't watch it, but you pretty much kick your butt for a certain amount of time, and then you get a breather. And then you go again, and then you get a breather. And from the results that they showed people having, oh my gosh, you guys, and anyone can do this program. So just make sure that you're starting to talk to people about it. And I bet, go down. And I bet that there's going to be sneak peeks on Beachbody On Demand, okay? So just keep your eye on that. The next is the mobile online office, September 1st. Lots of people have been like, is there a way that we can have like an app or something on our phone to be able to check into our Coach Online office? September 1st, they're coming out with it. Okay. And it's going to make things so much easier, because if you've ever tried to get on your website, like your Coach Online office from your phone, it's annoying because you have to like zoom in and zoom out, and then you have to click something. Like, it's just super annoying. So it's going to make things so much easier. So it says September 1st, less than a month. The next is the Fixate Cooking Show. Oh my gosh. I know that like 99% of you guys are using the portion control containers, right? Because it comes with every single program, no matter what you're doing. And once you can get your clients into understanding it, they realize how amazing it'll make their lives, because you can very easily, even on vacation, stay on track with the containers, right? But a lot of clients are very overwhelmed at the beginning. Now we have the Fixate Cooking Show, okay? It launches actually today, and I was watching it earlier, and I was like, oh, this is freaking awesome. It's amazing. It's on Beachbody On Demand. So guess what? When people buy challenge packs from you, you can say, and we have a cooking show that's going to help you learn how to use these containers so you get results on top of getting some amazing recipes for free on the Beachbody On Demand. Okay, so make sure you take advantage of that when you're talking to them, and go on there yourself as a CEO of your business and check it out and post about it on your page, okay? Because the more that you post about it, the more people are going to be like, wow, that's freaking cool. I want to be a part of that, okay? The next one is the 3-week yoga retreat. Another program that people are probably like, but I like hardcore stuff, Meg. This has nothing to do with me. You have got to get excited about this, because I was that person who was like totally against yoga, totally against relaxation. And guess what? In 2014, my health took a spin for the worst. I was in the worst position I've ever been. I had candida, I had adrenal fatigue, I had so many issues, and all of the coaches that I was talking to across the network at that time were going through the same thing. And guess what? None of us did yoga. None of us took the time to relax. And when you're hustling in this business, okay, and you might think, Meg, you were telling us to hustle, you've got to take some time for yourself, okay? So they have this program set up for 3-week yoga retreat. Whether you are super into yoga and you're flexible and you're ready to go, or you're someone that's like, I can't even touch my toes, this is going to walk you through for 3 weeks. Highly, highly suggest you take part of it, okay? And even maybe do the ultimate reset at the same time. Good pair together, okay? And that's going to be launched in September. I don't think they have the exact date, but it will be launched in September, and it will be on Beachbody On Demand, okay? The next thing is the 20s, okay? That's going to be on Beachbody On Demand. If you guys haven't seen it, you have a chance to pick the next Beachbody trainer. My husband and I were so excited because we love reality TV. And they are going through and showing these people, showing them living in this house, having them go through different challenges and stuff. And we get to vote weekly on who that trainer is going to be that's picked. You want to make sure that you take a part of this, okay? Because you guys, let's be for real, reality TV is huge in America. People are super nosy. They like watching this kind of stuff. So make sure that your clients and other people know that they can watch this on Beachbody On Demand, okay? And let's see, is that it? I think that's it. So how do you take advantage of these launches? Start talking about it, you guys. Start weaving it into your daily posts. Obviously, you don't want to post everything in one day. You want to say, you know, the fact that the Fix8 cooking show launched today. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I am so excited that they have a cooking show to show exactly how to use the Portion Fix containers. I actually just hopped on and watched the episode, and my mind is blown at how easy they make this, look. Don't take me word for word, okay? But you guys get the idea. Just getting it out there, or sharing the fact that Cour de Force is coming out, and that people are going to be able to try the sneak peek. I don't know the dates, but they will definitely have it, okay? Just make sure that you're doing it. Make sure that you're posting about Country Heat, okay? You might have missed the launch. You might have been like, God, I just missed that. Because I know it was like highest check for a lot of people. That's okay. It's still on sale for August. Hop into it now, especially if you're not someone who's big into country and big into dancing, okay? I'm going to push you to do it because this can turn into something big for you, okay? So make sure that you're taking advantage of that. And if you are doing Country Heat, which I've seen a lot of your guys' posts of doing it, which I love, you're going to freaking love the program. Like, it gets way harder. It gets way harder. But make sure that you're sharing that daily, and really staying accountable to your own nutrition, because let's face it, results are what are going to grow your business, okay? It's that simple, okay? You don't have to don't go for Kaylee. You don't have to get amazing results. I mean, you don't have to be like abs popping, muscles bulging, right? But you have to show that you're progressing, okay? So the more you share, the better off you're going to be for all of these launches, you guys. And remember to share you, not Beachbody Pro, like the pictures that they create for it, okay? So make sure that you're sharing you and your opinion on these things. The more that you share you, and like we said, the good, the bad, the ugly, you can even say, I'm not into country music, I'm not into dancing, but you know, I tried it out and I think it's super fun and I know it's going to help so many people, okay? People are going to come to you because of that, okay? So that's it. I want to make sure that I didn't miss any of the messages in here. You guys are active, okay? So let's see. Okay, so Amanda, if you guys are on, she posted the Gary V recording in here. Okay, I'm going to turn this off, and then I'll answer the messages. So everyone who watched the recording, love you. Bye.